Hello everyone, this is Sado, and we're about to see this game. It's the third game of the quarterfinal stage. Trash and Vano Super versus Dan and Kungen, and they already started the fight map stage, so let's take a look at how this goes. Danny lost quite some horses, exactly two, at least from this group. Some light shooting on the left as well. Doesn't seem too good for the bees so far, for some reason. Yeah, they keep losing a lot of them. But I think this catch is pretty bad for Trash, and somehow they weren't shooting. I don't think this is a big deal to lose these really weak units, but it's obviously always a bit worse to lose even those. And we've got a catch on the right side, down, catching in the middle. I don't think this is the best thing to do for them. I think it looks pretty bad for the Bears. They're getting surrounded. All the units were shooting since quite a while. So, I don't know. There's some flanking here, but it's very light units. I don't think this is going to work too well. It's basically the Ishan horses, but it seems to be working for now. Kungen, I mean, doesn't work too well here on this front, but Kungen managed to break through somehow. But he's losing units like crazy. I really don't think. Yeah, it looks pretty bad for the Bears. Maybe they're gonna try and do something again, but with so many units left for the top, I doubt they have any chances here. They could have a chance to shoot this down, perhaps, but this is pretty bad. Yeah, it's GG. Okay, so it seems like Trash and Vano were the better team in the fight map stage. And I will pick the locations on Eruption. Unless I screwed up the rounds, but I'm pretty sure that this round uses Eruption. It's the first game in this round, so I gotta make sure. Yep. Okay, so Eruption it is. According to the rules, the locations for the players are 2 and 3 versus 4 and 5. So Trash and Vano are able to pick the side. I'll be right back, and we'll start again in a couple of minutes. So hello after a short break. Okay, so yeah, as those who joined a bit earlier, before Trash and Vanosub won the fight. Uh, so they're playing against Dan and Kungan. Seems like the Russian team chose the top right locations. This is location 2, if I remember correctly. I don't really remember the numbers of the locations. They're hardly important. It's probably 2 and 3 versus 4 and 5. So yeah, this might be a pretty interesting game. I think it's a good time to quickly take a look at not this. How is this possible? Ah, okay. Oh, I didn't expect that, but whatever. Kind of works. Anyway, here's the current situation. The tournament. We've got. Okay, that ain't working well. How about this? Yeah. We've got Mickey Legis versus Sokol and Boco. This game happened in a bit unusual hour, so nobody would see this anyway, so we didn't stream this. It was, as you can see, 10 a.m. It's really a period when nobody is playing. Let me just see if I'm not lagging out. I don't think so. Anyway, the other game, Mr. from Michelas versus Bull and Boss, it was shown by Zdobby on his channel. And right now we're waiting to see who will play against Bullet and Boss, the winner of the game that we're watching right now. And the last game of the quarterfinal round will be played tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. or at 20:30 if you prefer that way. Of Central European time. So it's Mexican team and John Rambo versus David and Thunder. Some of you know John Rambo under his old nickname Coaches12. I believe it's not exactly going to be a really interesting game. I mean, almost everyone probably thinks that Mexti and Coaches will win this without much problem. It all depends on how David and Thunder behave in fight, because I believe they can spam pretty well. Although on Eruption, I'd still say that they will not spam as much as their opponents. So it's probably not going to be the best option. I mean the best. Okay, let's get back. By default, their chances are lower than their opponents have. Yeah. Okay, and by the way, never mind the other tabs I had open. So yeah, I guess we can go back to the game. So about the chances of the players here. Okay, that ain't gonna work like that. Sorry. Okay, now it works. Yeah, but about the chances of the players here. It's kind of a tricky. Pair here. Trash Vano versus Dan and Kungan. I think this game might be pretty interesting after what we saw before from Trash and Vano, that they can piss off and exhilarate their enemies and the streamer as well, by the way, with making the game painfully slow, painfully long. So I'm guessing Dan and Kungan might be slightly scared, even despite the fact that Dan and Kungan is probably... I would say that if Maxti and Cochise don't win, then Dan and Kungen are like the second team that should have the best chance of winning the tournament. So they practically they don't have to feed anybody until the final, I guess. At least that's the theory. This this theoretically should be a really interesting game, and we'll see if I'm right in about 50 to 60 minutes, I guess. Okay. This ain't gonna work. Most of you probably know, but the stump between these roads, these diagonal roads, makes this shortcut not work at all. So yeah, that's kind of bad. But I guess he'll probably notice when they try to go around with the Goldo from here. It's a bit tricky though, because the setup of coal, gold and iron is pretty strange on this lock. Also the trees are slightly tricky. Usually you will want to do what Trash is doing right now, which is making a fast force on the left side of the storehouse. Most likely making most of the buildings in this area and just reaching out for the iron production and the other forests on the bottom here. Maybe making some buildings here as well, I don't know, depends on the plan. It's kind of the best place to place the farms here, but yeah, probably that's the best spot. Makes least problems to the base. Kungen's location is also pretty tricky, but the upside of this lock is that you can have a clear center of your base here on the right side, where there will be most of the buildings here. It's a bit tricky to place the farms. We can see that Kungen decided to make them on the left side here. I'm not sure why he's making them. I mean, what he's planning to do here on the left side, apart from the farms, that is. Maybe a extra woodcutter would be nice here, especially that he only has 3 right now. That's definitely a lot. I'm pretty sure his timings will be alright, so it's probably not going to be a big deal. He already took 2 of his forests. Now he will probably have to cannibal the third well. Whoa. Seems like I'm a bit tired as well. It's really a shame that the streams, I mean the games that I'm streaming are always in the late evening, because I really can't look professional in the evenings for some reason. Always a bit tired. Anyway, on Danny's location, it's pretty easy. When it comes to the wood, you just cut off this area on the right side and make as many woodcutters as you can fit, and that's it. And just make the rest of the city on the bottom. There's not that much space here. So some of these woodcutters are a bit strange, as you can see. Perhaps he's gonna set them cut only a bit later. He's also coming for the iron right now. I don't think the base plan seems stable at the moment. Seems pretty okay. Someone just building in. It's probably Vano. Maybe Trash, no. Okay, this combines, I believe. Right. You can see Vano is going for two places at the same time. It's usually not the best idea, but I think his microwave is built us pretty nicely, so this might actually work quite well. You can see that he sent most of them to the left side, but a couple of them were working the right side on the iron mine and on the roads for the coal mines. These are some pretty annoying lags, I gotta say. I will try not to crunch too much. Anyway, on his location, not sure I can say that it's easier to reach the forests because they are pretty far away, but you can see that he made his woodcutters in the key areas pretty quickly. He's got, I believe it's planting only woodcutter on the top, even two of them, and he's he also took two forests here and there, and that's it for his location, it seems. Anyway, is this forest? I mean, yeah, it's a bit far away from any locations, so it's probably not too important. I was just wondering if the location on the bottom can even reach it, but it's pretty far away from it. Anyway, I think so far the players all are on pretty much the same stage, although you can see that the beers are going strong for the farms. Each of them has two farms already, and while I don't think Kungen's farms were particularly particularly powerful, because he made the third one just right now. But he may make one more here, most likely, or here soon. Yeah. You can see that these farms are built a bit better, because they could be planting a bit more. So two buildings can actually benefit from what this one guy is doing in his first minute of seeding the corn. When it comes to the iron production, there's no big differences yet. It seems like okay, trash is slightly okay. Actually, Kungan has a bit faster iron than anyone else, I believe. Vanosut is not that far behind, though. Trash, yeah, it doesn't look pretty good, to be honest. Kind of slow, but he's advancing with the second one here. You can see there's really a lot of serfs camping in front of the inn. 21 builders should be fine. Is he lacking anything? Trees are not that good, but you can see that he's doing all in his power to have enough of them, and these ones are cutting again, so it seems quite nice. This will also grow. I believe some of these trees are already cuttable, so should be fine. He's also started cutting on the bottom, so I believe his timings are spot on. Regarding the leather production, I think pretty much everyone. Okay, let me rephrase that. Yeah, pretty much everyone is probably finishing up the swamp farms. You can see that there's the first bit of corn. that was delivered to this building because we didn't see any pigs here. So seems like he only started his pigs production as well. So doesn't seem, yeah, same here. Look at the lovely animation. Can you imagine that someone someone made these animations for the game such a long time ago? Would be nice to get a HD kind of HD overhaul of these someday. Well, there were some ideas to use AI to transform the graphics into something that looks HD-like. Uh, actually, there are some websites you can even try it out. For example, take a screenshot from Knights and Merchants and try to resize it, for example. And wow, I didn't even know that. I never noticed that sawmill building actually has some green stuff hanging from the roof. It doesn't seem like this is actually the grass. Well, it's more like you can see here the entire roof is made like out of branches with a lot of green stuff, or maybe it's just that thing that grows in the forests. You can see it everywhere. I have no idea how it's called in the English, but it's that kind of thing which you can use it instead of a compass because it always grows on the north or south side, whatever. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, it would be nice to get a graphics overhaul one day. Okay, we've got 29 minutes of the game passed already, and you can see that the beers are rushing to get the iron production. Actually, Kungen's iron production is working pretty well, and so far it looks the best out of all these players. Well, for Vano Soup, you can see he's got a really tidy base and really tidy tribute. Also, the iron production is already working. It seems like the trash is making it a bit later than any other guy in the game, so doesn't seem too good, to be honest. But he's holding iron ore in the storehouse, which might actually be pretty good for the later part of the game. We will probably see in a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Kungen's iron production is still slightly better. I mean, regarding the iron ore only. You can see there's a lot. Yeah, that definitely it was started way earlier for sure. But Trash will not be that far behind if he manages to make like 2 iron smithies right now, for example. Maybe makes a road here. Why is he cutting only here, by the way? He's got 7 woodcutters. Making 4 more. What the hell? These are just plants. This one was actually the real deal, and this guy is probably going to be destroyed right now. Yep. So I believe he's going to make the iron buildings here, which is pretty strange, but that's his choice, I guess. I'm wondering if he can. Nah, he can't feed the building here. That's a bummer. If I were himself, maybe I'd try to make the mill and the tannery here, but it's his choice. But yeah, you really need quite a bit of space here, so hmm. Maybe he's gonna make the iron smithies in this area, because I think it's a pretty good one for them. He seems to be making most of the coal production at the top, though, so he's probably not going to use this. Let's see some plants here, so maybe I'd say it looks like he might make, I don't know, the barracks here, for example. Maybe more farms, because he's got only 6 plantable farms right now. Okay, so that's his idea. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at Vano again. Almost all the iron mines are working, and the farms look pretty nice. There's not a lot of coal mines here. Instead, we get a lot of lags from Vano. Tannery already, and then for the other, I mean for army workshops. Oh god, this is really annoying. Thank you. We've got Kungan. I mean, but he doesn't have a lot of coal mines. That's funny. By that time, I would expect to have way more than 3, but yeah, I guess 3 is good enough for now. He's got 3 buildings working here, so it's kind of working, but yeah, I mean it's probably better to start producing early on, and you know, whatever you can't process, you can just send it to the storehouse for now, and in the meantime he'll just improve his process here, you know, make more buildings, and you can see it's kind of working, because he had iron mines pretty early, and he's got them empty, so they're either the iron is either going to the iron smithy or to the storehouse. I can see more and more people popping up. Let me take a peek. It's 20 people. Ah, not so bad, I guess. Yeah, there's 23 minutes to peacetime. We've got Dani and Kungan versus Trash and Vanasup today. Pretty interesting game, I think. I'm really hoping it's not going to take 2 hours, as all Trash and Vano games so far in this tournament. But if it takes so much time, then I guess I'll have to live through it. But if Dani and Kungan make good bases, then it might be way shorter than that. So let's try to figure out what will happen here. These farms look pretty ridiculous, but they make sense on this log, I believe. You can see what I'm always talking about, the perfect separation of farms and woodcutters from the rest of the city. Maybe it's not so perfect here. You can still see, I mean, it's pretty good. It's You can't really make it too good on this log, I think, because at the start, where you have a storehouse here, you have to immediately go for the woodcuts on top. For these ones as well, but they are very close, so it's not a big deal. You have to make the farms somewhere. You can't make them on the right, because then you will have to, I don't know, make the buildings on the far right side or something like that. It's kind of bad idea to do this. You have to make the quality somewhere, and probably the logical thing to do is what Kungen did, and that is going towards the top a bit. Sorry. So you got to take the gold early on, and it's pretty far away from the storehouse, so it kind of forces you way towards the top. So it's kind of logical that the farms have to go somewhere here. Uh, Same with the woodcutters to keep them out of the core of the city. So you can only make the rest of the buildings on the right side, especially that the iron's on the right side. Yeah, it's a bit annoying location, but I don't think that people are hating on it. There's still 20 minutes, and Kungan already has plenty of weapons in the storehouse, so I believe he's gonna have about at least 35 swordsmen, perhaps. Some of them with the horses would be nice. Okay, so what do you guys think? Who's gonna win this? Feel free to give your opinions in the chat. I believe that Dan and Kungan are the favorites here, although after what I saw in the last few games from Trash and Valor in this tournament, I'm pretty sure that if they don't screw up their armies, anything can happen. I gotta admit that Trash's fighting wasn't that great last time, and Vano really had a lot of nice fights as opposed to his teammates, but no, it depends. Depends what I think, especially Trash, what will do. So let's take a look at the bases, because we were looking at the views for quite a long time. And in about 10 minutes we'll probably just try to jump back and forth between the bases to get a better feeling of how they look against each other. Seems like he still doesn't have the barracks, which is quite a bummer. He's also I mean, he made this massive iron production here. 9 coal mines already, and making 3 more. You can see that he's going all in for the iron. But there's still 8 minutes, and he already has 2 iron smithies. The third one is going to be built. He's going for 1 weapon smithy right now, and he's made 3 armor smithies. I think in the time that he has left, he can manage to make a nice amount of swordmen it is. Yeah, it seems like that. I can't really tell how many, because I don't really have much experience playing with this kind of setup with 3 armor smithies, so I can't really tell. In the meantime, in Vanosopil's base, you can see that he's kind of finishing up his leather production. The third swine farm. No horses made. Oh, there's the first one going here. Looks like everyone so far has a typical setup of swords, bowmen and horses, although you can see that Kungan probably makes a couple pikes as well. I mean, I doubt he's gonna make 10 crossbows, right? As you can see, he made a couple of armors without shields, which means that he's gonna change the we'll probably be able to see this in a while. Yeah, 10 pikes, 10 swords. Yeah, so he's gonna make 10 10 fights, and the rest will be the swords. Whoa, that's already 17. It's 15 minutes. Yeah, I think he can make at least 15 more, but that's probably going to be done with ease. I don't think I'm still laments here. I have no idea why Danny made these wine fields here when there's hardly any space to make the wine farms, vineyards. I mean, maybe here, but it's maybe he just wanted to have a garden in his base. No idea. Anyway, looking at his base. Fisherman. Quite late, I gotta say. I think the fish are not shared with this half of the map. Yeah, it's probably blocked. Yeah, it looks. Anyway, we're about to check out Danny at his base. Oh, there's also plenty of iron here already. Let's try to take a look at all the barracks actually. So we've got like 36 weapons here, 37, 39 actually here, 31. Oh, and that's kind of bad. Only 12. He's making weapons in 3 ammo smithies though, so it might be a bit better in a couple of minutes, because he'll definitely catch up in some time. He might need the 4th iron smithy, although he doesn't have a big iron ore deposit here, so maybe he's gonna be fine. But this probably means that he's not going to have a lot of iron to be distributed for these buildings, and I believe he's gonna have a bigger problem when it comes to the amount of swords. Because right now I don't think delivery is set in a satisfying way. Even if this guy is working so way faster than the three other guys on the top here, I don't think this is going to work well. It's a bit late for the stables. I believe he's only gonna have like something between 2 and 4 horses this time. You can see. Militia rush, you say? I don't think so. On this level, militia rushes only work as as a way to distract your opponent when the big fight is happening. Speaking of the big fights, eruption is considered to be kind of campy. Most battles will happen in this area usually, and it's a bit. It can be pretty easy to lose if you don't know what you're doing here. You have to be clever. You have to attack cleverly. Especially that you can be surrounded from every freaking side without much problem. You can, for example, have some horses sent through here. Kind of the same on the top. Yeah, so can be a bit tricky on this map when it comes to fighting. I've seen sometimes people fighting on the right side here as well in 2 versus 2 situation, so it could also be pretty interesting. Although it's pretty close to Vanosup's base, so it favors him as it's easier for his team to get the reinforcements. So I'm not sure if this is actually something that's gonna happen. You can see that the players on this map are not connected in anyway, although you can see here that it's easier for the top side guys to connect here, probably, than the guys on the bottom here. I mean the opposite, because it's definitely easier for Dan and Kungen. I mean they can defend on this line and keep sending their troops back and forth here. Kind of have to go through the base, but I think that's a big deal, you know. Anyway, just give me a second. I wanted to check the. Yeah. Mm, Uh, okay, that's definitely not what I wanted to do. Does any of you guys have any experience regarding streaming on Steam? Because doesn't look like anyone is watching it here, and I have no idea how to promote it there. For example, I mean, it's visible in the broadcast section on Steam, but doesn't seem to be attracting any views. Just make a quick look at it. Okay, at least it seems to be working. So I have no idea how to promote it. Anyway, it's probably not too important. Let's take a look back at the game, especially that we are nearing the peace time. There's 6 minutes left. There's pretty massive armies coming up, especially on the beer side, but let's take a look at the bases for the next 2 minutes. So yeah, Danny seems to have 7 farms, 8 actually, yeah. Ah, crap, what the heck is this? Whoa. You could say that the leather is kind of fine, and then the horses are alright-ish. And then you take a look at the amount of iron weapons, and you're like, what the hell? There's no way he can catch up in the last 5 minutes, so it looks pretty bad. I guess he's gonna have about 20 iron troops in this time, maybe. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Vano. Yeah, smells a bit better, although you can see that in Dan's base. Yeah, I mean it's a pretty similar amount of iron, maybe, but it still seems more plausible to expect that Vanos will catch up with 7 souls in 4 minutes than Danny catching up with, I don't even want to start counting, but something about 25 weapons. Yeah. 20 weapons? Yeah, 20 weapons. Maybe it's not that important because, you know, there's still some time before the main fight starts, so he will have some time to improve his amount of troops. But right now, I would say that Danny's army looks a bit worse. I mean, he's got a bit more armors and shields, but it's not really important if you don't have the weapons for it. So I guess technically Valos has advantage. They got a really similar amount of leather, so I don't think this is going to be a big deal between these two players. And I didn't Yeah, the horses are pretty much the same. The recruits slightly worse on Vanosub's side. This is a bit of a bummer, actually. But you can catch up with recruits in no time as well. Kungan already 40 ladder, enough weapons for it, 10 swords, sorry, 10 horses, lacking about 7 iron weapons. I wouldn't say this is a big deal, slightly annoying though. Yeah, you are right. Out of done. They can definitely surprise the bottom team, and I'm kind of hoping to see this. Mm, I gotta say that this arm is just, not even one person who spams iron like crazy in this game. Maybe Dan and Kunken have pretty much the same army if you ignore the fact that Dan really needs a lot of weapons and Kunken has a lot of horses. Anyway, looking at Trash's army, it seems he's also lacking about 10 souls, so it's pretty bad. Otherwise, it's fine. I think. But the amount of horses is pretty bad. Yeah, so the biggest advantage that the bottom has is probably the amount of horses. Pretty scaly ladder too. Slightly better than the top, yeah. You can see. Definitely enough troops, definitely enough recruits. But yeah, I think the most important thing is the horses. Might be a bit tricky without them. You can see they don't have a lot of them. So yeah, right now I'd say the chances, exactly as predicted, the chances of Dan and Kungan look way better. I'm also not sure if actually, this map might favor Trash and Vanosub a bit, given how they fought in the previous games. Then I think that it might be, a bit campy gameplay after peacetime. They might try their tricks like, trying to uh, spread out the enemy, like in a bit different directions or whatever. I don't really think they will go out and attack. This would be definitely something interesting to see. Mm. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens in a couple of minutes. So uh, all we have to do is to wait. While we're still waiting here, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to my channel on Twitch and YouTube, and all YouTube. And also, you should probably do the same with Zdobi's channel, who's the other guy who keeps streaming Knights and Merchants Remake amongst the other games. Just let me put the link on chat. If we still got some people that didn't subscribe these channels, I will also put the links to my own. Yeah. So there's definitely going to be a game. There's definitely going to be a game tomorrow at 20:30 Central European Time between Mexti and Coaches 12 versus David and Thunder. So I'm not sure who's gonna stream it. Maybe it's Dobby this time, but we have to arrange it. One of our channels will definitely do it. Yeah, so you are all invited to join us tomorrow, and it seems like everyone's ready, so we're probably starting pretty soon. So let's see what happens in this third quarterfinal of 2 versus 2 tournament of organized by me and Mandas. Still waiting for Trash, I guess. There we go. So let's see what kind of magic tricks the Russians have up their sleeves this time. I gotta say that after last game, I wasn't exactly sure about Dan and Krungen. Now it looks a bit better what they have in barracks. Although I gotta say that the amount of troops from Danny could be a bit better. You know that the weapons are kinda bad. He has basically no swordmen. Like only 9 swordmen at peacetime. It's a pretty bad amount. He made quite a couple. I mean, I think he made some pikemen. They didn't get out, all of them. I mean, yet, but you know, it might actually be that might actually happen that the Russian team will advance very quickly on Kungen and Dan. Doesn't seem like Vano wants to waste his precious horseman. Mm, I have a feeling that might be a bit tricky. I mean, I have a feeling that Beers might be a bit better with scouting, but let's see what happens. It's definitely very easy to scout this area and then go from the right to the left here. There's almost no way to stop a lone horse going in here. While it's pretty hard. I mean, you can use a horse through the bridge and scout this. This is a pretty good idea, I think. Doesn't seem like Trash wanted to do it, probably too lazy to do that. I think that's a mistake, because you can bet that Kungan... Oh, he didn't do that. That's also interesting. I don't know why they are not doing that. Anyway, you can see that so far the scouting done right now kind of favors the top team, especially that it seems like they're gonna defend, which is pretty funny given that Danny doesn't really have many troops right now. Although you can see that he's already 9 swords short, 8. So it looks a bit better right now. And he's definitely gonna be able to attack pretty soon. You can see the position is really weird here. Vano has to go back a little bit probably. So actually this is not the worst position for Vano. I think Trash is going to be the player with a bit more problems here, because if he gets attacked, I'm not sure if Vano can respond to it if the Bears do it well. I mean, for example, attacking from the left side here could be a nice idea for the Bears, and it seems like Danny's trying, maybe, okay, maybe not. But yeah, it's definitely a really good opportunity for pushing from the Russian side right now. So they probably got to... What is Kungan doing? Well, yeah, it's a shame they didn't catch it in time. Could be a nice opportunity for the Russian team, because Dan is slightly on the back, you know. Now we can see that Kungan is defending his... I mean, his bows pretty well from every side. I don't know if Vado has sorry, Ivano has enough troops to do any sneaky maneuvers here, and I don't think that Kungan can block him here as well, so he's kind of safe at that moment. A slightly better position for pushing now, so this is not too bad. Trash is moving on to the right side. Maybe they will have some kind of a plan to attack here first. It could be really nice if they manage to somehow squeeze all the balls on the right side, and in the meantime fight with Dan on the left side, something like that. So then Dan can't really choose to... Actually, maybe he can. There's still plenty of space here. Anyway, it seems like Danny is almost out with all his troops. Okay, it kind of looks like nobody really wants to attack here. This is a pretty strange battlefield. They're not even pushing each other. This reminds me of that 3-hour game I streamed long time ago in the tournament. I'm slightly afraid that this might happen again here. Perhaps someone is thinking of some sneaky maneuvers. I mean, Trash is completely blocked, almost completely, although there's an interesting thing. Nothing is nothing can be seen by Danny here. So if Trash manages to make a lot of militias, which might or might not be his plan, probably not, then he could try to invade Dan's base, for example, or perhaps try to attack these troops from behind at some point of the game. There's a really lot of space that they don't see yet, that they could just... But it seems like Kungan is trying to scout exactly there. This is a pretty bad idea. They can just storm right away. Come on. No, it was pretty slow. But I think that was the mistake that they were looking for. And Dan is trying to... Okay, never mind. If Trash did it in a wrong way, or tried storm attack, for example. But yeah, it seems like Kungan did exactly what I was talking about. Tried to scout. I have no idea why he did it so in such a risky manner here. I mean, he should have gone from the left side, go here and then go back or something like this. I have no idea why he did it like that. Anyway, if he thinks that Trash can't see him here, then well. Okay, Trash is... I'm wondering if anyone even gonna try to attack next couple minutes. Let's take a quick look at the barracks. I don't think that there's gonna be any sneaky actions here. Nobody's really gathering any strange kind of troops. So I think I'm pretty sure that the Bears will be the first to try and do something, and exactly that happens. Vanosub is getting caught on his forces, and he probably wants to force Vano to join in, but Vano doesn't. Even if he lost his forces, now Kungan has slightly more horses, so he can, yeah, he can manage to lose a bit more. So now he has some advantage against Vanosub. can't really dance with his swords too well. Seems like the bears are trying to push out Vano into the mountain, which is always a good idea. Although when Kungan goes like here, he can be caught from every side, and that's never a good thing. Would be nice for Kungan to maintain a position where he can use all of his bowmen. Yeah, but seems like Vanosup is losing lots of bowmen here. And Vano is trying something strange. I don't know what he's doing, but okay, he's trying to fight on the edge of the mountain here. And Kungan's bowmen are not really shooting. This looks pretty good for Vano actually. He's gonna win this fight without not much problem. And without many losses. This looks really good. Now he has to go away. Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. I have some newfound respect after the last game for Vano Super and his fighting skills. And this only confirms what I've been thinking. You can see that he outmaneuvered Kungan. Nice done. Even despite having a bit less bowman right now, I think. And seems like Trash is doing the right thing, which is not getting caught yet. I don't think he should go back so much. He should probably be standing still somewhere here with the bowman. But it seems like Kungan wants to make a surround attack. Vanosup is joining in the fight on the left side. He managed to find a nice situation to attack. He's going to break in here, that's pretty sure, and Dan is doing nothing. This is pretty bad for him. He can't do much because of this big army from Trash, but yeah, this is a big... Yeah, it seems like Vano is advancing like crazy with Trash on this front. Kungan is gonna lose in the back as well. It looks really good for the Russians, and yeah, you can see Kungan's troops are almost dead on this front, but Vano doesn't shoot. He should probably do that. And Trash forgot to use his army. What the heck is going on here? Although, okay, you can see that. Okay, this is unfortunate. He should definitely try to stop this, but. Apart from that, yeah, he's gonna try and go back. I'm not sure this is the best idea. Maybe it is actually. But Vano has to be really quick because there's some reinforcements from Dan. So this is going to be a... Yeah, you can see Trash is making a terrible mistake. Okay, maybe not. I mean, he's gonna break through here because he's fighting against spikes. But I thought that the fact that his bowmen are not even shooting here will be a very big deal. But it seems like he broke through on this front as well. Whoa, we've got a surprise coming up. Seems like the Bears are beaten. It all depends on how well they can pursue them here. They have a lot of balls and quite some melee, but it looks really bad for the Bear team. The upside for them is that they have a lot of balls left, while Vano and Trash have not so many. So it's all or nothing for them now. They have to pursue and kill as many bowmen as possible. They definitely have to storm attack right now. Trash is not doing that yet. But I think it's a really good idea because he really has to catch this. He really has to keep down on his toes. And would you look at that, he even managed to save his knights here. Anyway, he's gonna catch that probably. Oh, and there's a catch from Trash, exactly as I was talking about. Might be risky because there's a lot of balls here, but I believe if... yeah, there's no match for them today, it seems. Kunga is really far away from the fight, so Dan is sending a lot of reinforcements. I think he's got a really great base today, but it's probably not going to be enough. He's getting further and further away from his base. They still have some horses. They can decide which player to attack, although this is a pretty tricky spot to be fighting in. I mean, Kunkan doesn't have any melee, but he's got quite some shooters, so now they have to. Yeah, they're doing it in the right way, probably. The Bears are trying to join it together here, but Vanosup is doing a good job with his forces. Sadly, Trash doesn't follow with his ones. He could do a really nice thing on this front here, but he wasn't really advancing. He wasn't trying to kill the bowman. And now Vanostup is on the back here, but he can't really catch because he's gonna get shot down anyway. This horse is almost dead, so he gotta walk away. They're trying to. The problem is that you can see Vanostup is doing all the fighting here. Trash is just keeping himself in the back. He's not trying anything, to be honest. He's not even using his horses well. He's killing freaking builders instead of bowmen. This is a really bad thing for the Russian team, and I believe that if they don't do something really soon, uh, they're gonna maybe not lose this yet, but it looks better with every second for the Bears. Still, you gotta say that we have some amazing situation right now, and I have no idea what Trash is doing, but it seems like maybe some scouting before the fight. Yeah, that might make some sense. But they really ought to advance. They were sleeping for quite some time, it seems, especially Trash. I can't stress how important it is to kill all these bowmen. I think right now the situation is still way better for the Russians because they managed to make a bit more bows and kill a bit more from Beers. So yeah, I think the easiest way to win this for the Russian team is probably going to the left here, or pretending to go something and then go here, something like that, just to get the Beers out of this position. I mean, this could be interesting if the Russians can use their horses on that right side front. Because, okay, now Trash seems to be finally doing something. Finally! Okay. He's pushing bows with bows on them. No effect so far though. Okay. So we've got 50 minutes into the peacetime, and at least right now, I'm not sure how long it will take. I'm pretty sure that one way or another we'll have a resolution about 15 minutes max, but right now it seems like the Russian team has way better probably both position and army. They have a bit more infantry. Actually, maybe it's a bit comparable. Vanosup doesn't have as many bows as Kungen has, it seems. But he definitely got the maneuvers. Can you imagine? I mean, some people might have been surprised that Mercenary and Shady lost to these guys, but looking at what Vanosup is doing in the fight, I really can't praise this guy more. Seems like we've got a lot of good fighters, really great fighters in the Russian community, along with, for example, Mercenary or Aso. I never really considered Vano Super someone else other than usual Russian style spammer with a lot of army and not exactly good fighting skills. Maybe I've never paid attention to how he fights, but he's really good. I'm not saying Kunkan is the best of the fighters around here. We definitely have to at least I definitely have to say that his main force is the spam. He's also a pretty good fighter, but if you put him against Maxi, I'd probably say, okay, Maxi might win, for example. But I mean, it's not a big difference probably, but yeah, but Vansup is doing some pretty nice maneuvers today and showing that there's more to this game than the beer can and Mexican tea. So pretty nice from the Russians today. Even if they lose this, they already showed that uh, they are not nobody. They're definitely someone. I'm kind of rooting for the Russian team, to be honest, because it's really nice to see some new fresh quality in this game, and you could see that they actually attacked. They didn't wait for the enemy to make a mistake, and they executed it pretty well. Although I gotta say again, I really don't like the way Trash is playing. I really think that he should be a bit more aggressive and he should not hesitate in the critical moments. For example, when he was able to decimate Dan's troops to kill a lot of his bowmen with his horses, he didn't even try. Didn't even try to keep pushing him. Maybe a bit here, but it wasn't enough. Now we can see. Now we can see that he's trying to push on Dan, or rather, Dan is trying to push on him. If he doesn't manage to kill one of these forces, it might not work that well. We got to be a bit careful because he has slightly less bowmen than Dan, so but that's kind of interesting. It seems like Kungan is a bit in the back. It's also interesting how Vano is keeping his pikemen in the back. Okay, there's a bit of shootout here. Seems like Kungan is advancing on Vanosuk. This is interesting. I don't think Kungan has enough army to do that, so it's probably going to yeah, Kungan doesn't even try. He just wanted to have slight better position, but it seems like Dan is getting outshot here. Doesn't mean much yet because he still has way more troops. I mean, bowmen at least. About 8 more, I think. Some light shootout on the right side as well, but not a big deal. Just one or two balls died, but for now it seems like happy camping again. Yeah, I can see you guys right now just saw what happened in the big fight, but yeah, it was pretty scary. And they didn't do it by camping. As many people probably expect from the Russian side of the community. It's really nice to see, really nice. Seems like Kingdom have some alternate plan that they try to execute. I have no idea. Ah, wait, maybe there's some. Yeah, okay, that's the alternate plan. Alternate plan of trash to kill off some guys in Dan's base. How successful is he? It's not a lot of builders left, but hardly anyone needs them. Getting less and less serfs, it seems. And so that was the plan to decimate. I mean, to break his gold production, and in the meantime, they are advancing on the front as well. This is a pretty bad position from Danny. I hope they get caught, because this definitely deserves to be punished. Yeah, look at that. Trash doesn't hesitate in the right moment and he attacks. Vanosub should really advance here because this is a really good position to attack the Beers. They're just asking for it, and Dan makes a critical mistake. You never go back like this through the mountain. It's really bad, and now they can just they can just kill them. This is a pretty terrible position to be in. The barracks are almost here, so the Bears are likely to lose pretty soon. And I don't know why the Russians are kind of getting back here. Okay, now this collapsed, like, whoa. They can try to wait until these get hungry, but I don't think that's, that it's worth it. Kungan is trying some back maneuvers, and yeah, it seems like the Russians kind of blew their chance. Plus, I'm pretty sure that wait, okay, they took most of the soldiers from here, so okay, so what was the plan of the Russian team? I guess they can't really attack if they want to. I mean, they could definitely try to outpush the Bears because right now, no, it's a pretty big shame that they didn't do anything at the moment when they had a clear and massive advantage on the left side here. Should have pushed from two sides at the same time. Seems like they will try by attacking Kungen first. I think Vando has some idea what to do. Maybe try to get him. Oh, that was a lucky shot. Whoa. There's a lot of bows here, so it's kind of tricky always to do this. You can see Vando always keeps the pikeman on his back, which is a pretty nice thing to do, especially when you're fighting against Bears, because Kungan will always find an opportunity to stab you in the back. Right now it doesn't seem like can they see these pulses? Yeah, they can, kinda. But yeah, it just doesn't seem like the Russians have enough troops to advance here. They don't have a lot of bows. Although they can try with these reinforcements, will be a bit harder. But yeah, now Kurgan is gonna try shooting from the right side, and this can be a disaster for Vano if he doesn't notice. But he did. He even managed to squeeze in a couple more kills. This is pretty interesting. And now Kungan is advancing mercilessly, and he's gonna catch. No! Pretty lucky from Vano right now. Whoa. But it seems like Kungan has a bit of an advantage right now, and he's definitely, yeah, he's gonna catch. There's the fight going on. It's a shame that Vano's forces got caught, but there's another bunch of them going in. Seems like Trash, yeah, he's probably gonna save his horses while Vano decides to tag them in. Yeah, he should really try to attack the balls instead. Vano has a lot of infantry here, but I'm pretty sure he will not be able to manage to catch here. Oh crap. Trash has to wait a bit because the watchtower guy is back. Now he can try to advance and maybe make some kills. And seems like Vano's situation is a bit better than I expected. They're still fighting here, and Trash is getting some critical hits here. He's got a lot of infantry on the left side. This looks really great for the Russian guys, and I don't believe the Bears can escape this, especially Dan. He's facing the wall on the other side, and he's getting killed along with Kungan. Very good game. I really enjoyed commentating this. And what an outcome! Nobody would expect this. We've got Trash and Vano Super in the semi-finals instead of Kungan and Dan, which was probably the second favorite team in this tournament. This is really something. Really, I want to save the replay. Come on, guys. Okay, I'm gonna be stubborn. I'm gonna wait. Just 15 more seconds so I can save this. And Just 5, come on. And then we can see the stats. But you know, at first it seemed like okay. At first it seemed like uh, Dan Kung had slightly better production, but I don't think that was actually the case. Especially in the first minutes, but later it was. I think it was pretty similar for most of the time. I think the amount of bowmen for wow, Kungen was actually the worst leather producer here. Would you imagine? But he made the most bows. What the hell? He he made like okay, he made so he was making mainly bows. That's why it looked so powerful. Yeah, Tomix seems like your hopes uh, did not realize. I'll try to take a look. Maybe there's a beta game going on because there was supposed to be a lobby. Let me see. Can I join here? No, I have to quit the first game first. So just stay tuned for a while because we might have a second game going on. Not a tournament one, you know, but still nice to show something. But yeah, we've got a pretty surprising result today. There's some kind of lobby here. Okay, I'm gonna show a beta game right now, I think. How many viewers do we have here? Actually, you know, guys, I'm a bit tired, so I'll probably skip that one. So sorry. Maybe after the tournaments we'll have some beta games. But yeah. So right now, what it looks like is that in the tournament we've got Trash and Bundle Soup against Bullet and Boss in the next week. Played on Neguno, and Mickey Regis are gonna play against the winner of the game, Mexty, John Rambo versus David and Thunder. You can be sure to see it tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central European Time. So roughly similar time as we started today, slightly later maybe. Uh, yeah, so that's it. I really enjoyed commentating this game, and especially with the with really surprising outcome. So thanks to